Today we're coming at you with 2 exercise essentials for anybody dealing with a shoulder labrum issue and they want to solve their problem without having surgery, which is totally doable, totally possible. I refer out to people all the time for shoulder labrum issues, but a good majority of people can resolve their issue without ever having surgery and have complete confidence in their shoulder once again. Done it with athletes, football, baseball, ultimate frisbee players, so done it numerous times. Just because you have a labrum issue does not mean that you need to have surgery to have that resolved. But the purpose of this video is not to determine if this is solvable through surgery or not surgery. You should take that up with a healthcare provider that you trust locally to you, or set up an online consult with me personally at greg@sportsrehabexpert.com. You can email me there. But to get into these 2 exercises, first one you're going to see is looks very much like a lateral raise, but we're going to do it at a specific angle and with a specific intent of progression. So ideally we're going to have our thumbs pointing up, 45-degree angle, and going all the way overhead. You may not be able to start at this point in time, and you may not be able to progressively load an exercise through a full range of motion at this point in time. So it's perfectly fine to start just at 90 degrees. Maybe you have to go below 90 degrees, maybe like 80 degrees. Maybe you can go just above 90 degrees to say 100 degrees. Somewhere in there is perfectly fine, but we just want to work progressive resistance through the range of motion that you're comfortable with. Now, if this is not even comfortable for you, one other alternative, again, we can keep lowering the weight down to like 2 pounds, so you don't have to use much weight with this. But we can do another alternative where you're leaning to the side. This kind of lowers the angle a little bit. Your arm is starting straight down towards the floor, and it's a little bit easier to get up to parallel with the ground here. You can try thumb up, you can try palm down, whatever it is that we need to initially get the process, get the ball rolling started with. So perform which variation you can do, and then realize our goal is to do it in standing, thumb up, through a full range of motion over time and progressively load that. The second exercise is actually just the complete opposite of that. It'll look the same, but you're using a different muscle to achieve this position. This is a dumbbell pullover, so we're actually still going overhead, but this is done through lengthening the lats. Now you see a lot of people will do this exercise where they arch their back or they let the rib cage flare up towards the ceiling. This is not lengthening your lats. The lats attach down to your low back and up at the humerus or your arm, so we need to keep the back on the bench, rib cage down. Doesn't mean you need to excessively crunch your abs together, because that sometimes will lead to more problems than good. So if it feels like you're doing an ab crunch, you're going too aggressive with the whole back flat concept. Just keep the back flat on the bench and allow your arms to go overhead with this diamond grip position, which will mean your thumb is pointing backwards or down towards the floor if you're laying down, which is the same exact position if you're standing up. The thumbs raising with the thumbs up will be pointing in towards each other. So again, same position. The way this position is accomplished is in 2 different ways. One is lifting the arm, one is controlling the lengthening of the arm. So we're working the 2 opposing muscles here to develop that resiliency in that outer limit shoulder flexion, specifically this plane of motion today with these 2 exercises. There's many more exercises that you need to consider if you're going to avoid surgery and overcome and develop complete confidence in your shoulder again. This is just a starting point to get again, the ball rolling, build some momentum, build some confidence that, again, this potentially can be solved without having surgery. So if you'd like some help with this issue, if you'd like to develop a game plan to avoid surgery and get complete confidence in your shoulder once again, email me, greg@sportsrehabexpert.com, and we'll discuss options that you can work with us together online to help you accomplish this goal. Thanks for watching the video. If you got questions, comments, videos you'd like to see in the future, drop them in the comments section below. As always, it's been a joy having you here. We'll talk with you soon.